hate them. But most of us obsess over them. Sometimes antagonists in anime are so hard to hate. Thanks to them, we're left confused and stories become even more dynamic. Today at Geek Plus Pop, we'll be sharing our top 10 anime antagonists that are hard to hate. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more Geek Plus Pop content, and ring the bell icon to get notified of our latest uploads. Before we dive in, consider this warning. Lots of spoilers ahead. Number 10. Mirai Akira. Just like most sports anime, Yowamushi Pedal has opposing teams that you can't seem to hate. It's a given. Guys from the other schools have touching backstories to warrant them a rabid fan base. So why did we include Mirai, the relentlessly ambitious bike contender, on our list? Because despite being the most despicable sports anime character ever, he still has charm left in him. Yeah, that disgusting, calculating, and impossibly competitive bike maniac has a cute side, or rather, had a cute side. His backstory reveals why he loves to ride so much, and it was all because he dedicates all his wins to his then-dying mom. Aww. After the flashbacks, we go back to seeing nothing good about him, except for his abnormally efficient biking. Next on our list is Team Rocket's Jesse, James, and Meowth. This beloved trio has graced our Game Boy and television screens for decades. Initially just non-specific NPCs in the game, Team Rocket skyrocketed to stardom in the first Pokemon anime series. With their signature introductory spiel and their struggle to be actually evil, they've captured the hearts of kids all over. Jesse was the prototype of a girl boss, always taking the lead and showing that girls can also get the job done. And who doesn't love James? All Pokemon he's ever caught willingly followed him. He's also the most romantic yet clueless cutie in the series. Also, can we have a moment just to marvel at Meowth? He's practically one of the chosen few Pokemon with spoken lines. A Pokemon that catches people's hearts with witty one-liners. Meowth, that's right. Number 8 antagonist you can't hate is Johann Liebert. From the psychological thriller anime Monster, Johann is one of the most sinister anime characters you can come by. He looks dashing, approachable, and even speaks with a certain kindness. But he's one of the most manipulative and hard-to-beat villains in anime history. In a nutshell, he manipulates through his charms and orchestrates a grand plan, controlling other people's lives without the legwork. Popular with the girls, but never found malicious. His true intentions are only known to those troubled by them. He's hard to hate because it's exactly these qualities that make us fall in love with him. Johann is the dark prince of anime thrillers. Next on our list is Inuyasha's Seshumaru. Full demon, but with an intriguingly human heart. Seshumaru is Inuyasha's half-brother. He's mainly treated like an antagonist because of his utter dislike to the titular character. But despite his indifference towards Inuyasha, he's really sweet, especially to the entities he protects. Rin is his special traveling companion, a human girl who has shown kindness to this demon. Spoiler alert, she eventually becomes Seshumaru's partner. Seshumaru hates humans with a passion, so allowing Rin to join along in his journey might just mean that for a full-blooded demon, he may actually have a good heart. Moving on to number 6. Greed from Full Metal Alchemist. Both in the original and Brotherhood series, greed is a fan favorite. Part of the 7 deadly sins homunculi that aim to wreak havoc through their superhuman abilities, greed didn't particularly like to mess with humans. Greed was introduced as a narcissist and the only homunculus who defied his father. The reason why he's so hard to hate is how much more human he was within the 7. His interesting personality made him stand out. He values his friends, non-human and human alike, despite calling his human henchmen possessions. He has famously quipped, "They aren't my friends. Henchmen are like money and women, possessions, and killing them is like stealing from me, and nobody steals from me." He desired to rule the world to fill up the emptiness inside him. Later in the story, we learn that the only thing that filled up that void was friendship. Number 5 is Sojiro Seta from Roruni Kenshin. This young swordsman was probably one of the most difficult villains the protagonists had to face. Despite being young, he had the skills of a seasoned assassin. He was Shisho's right hand, making sure every whim of his master was well executed. And facing Kenshin was just part of the job. With frightening speed, precision, and power, Sojiro was a formidable opponent, almost killing Kenshin on multiple occasions. Ultimately, he gets defeated and decides to walk a different path. It's revealed that he's had a harsh childhood, abandoned, bullied, and eventually having to live on his own. He knew just one thing to do to keep his soul alive: to smile. We love him because he's literally what Kenshin Himura was before. Maybe this is also why Kenshin didn't hate him. For entry number 4, Hisoka Moro from Hunter x Hunter. Hisoka was first introduced in the series as an applicant for the Hunter exams. Later on, it's revealed he's part of the Phantom Troop, but only because of his selfish interests. At first, he was seen as an antagonist. Arc after arc, his role changes to support character and again to antagonist. He just does what he likes. He's powerful, sadistic, manipulative, but also cracks jokes and pranks from time to time. Essentially evil, but nuanced with charm. He kills people he deems powerful enough to face him, and so he spares those who seem to have potential, and waits until they're strong enough to go all out on him. Hisoka's been cooperative to the series' protagonist, but only if there's something in it for him. It's hard to hate someone who helps you sometimes, despite being evil. You know, like that guy at work. We all have Hisokas in our lives, just doing what they want, and it's chill. Next, on number 3, is Vegeta from the Dragon Ball series. A top contender for character development, Vegeta started out as a ruthless, cold-blooded prince and killer, that eventually discovered his soft side and gave into love, friendship, and family. Those things are really powerful. An OP antagonist turning into the protag's friendly rival? Who wouldn't love him? Becoming one of the good guys, he's played an important part in the whole saga, being a loving husband and trying to be a good father while still maintaining his place as one of the most powerful Saiyans. We've watched his evolution from villain to anti-hero. Maybe we can't hate him because he's an example of how people can change. He's been through a lot, and his backstory makes it okay for him to hate everyone, but he chose to change his destiny and focus on something else. Relatable, to be honest. Second to the top is Uchiha Itachi from Naruto. Itachi has been seen as the worst brother of all time for several seasons, killing off his clan and leaving his brother Sasuke all alone, telling him to hate and spite him as parting words. It took years before we found out the real motive behind his actions, so it also took years for us to realize that he was actually a hero in Sasuke's life. He literally burdened himself with protecting the whole Hidden Leaf village on his own, even if it meant becoming one of the most wanted criminals in ninja history. At the end of his story, Sasuke was able to understand why Itachi did all that. Sasuke regrets hating him and having to fight him, and so Itachi the hero was acknowledged. Sadly, it was too late for any celebration. And for our top anime antagonists that are hard to hate, we have 3 sharing the spot. Annie, Bertholdt, and Reiner from Attack on Titan, the anime that continues to attack our brains with the relentless plot twists, emotional roller coasters, and deep abysses of almost desperation. Maybe the first of this series of plot twists was the revelation of the 3 Survey Corps members, Annie, Bertholdt, and Reiner, as Titans infiltrating the walls. The fall of Wall Maria cost the lives of many people, including Aaron's mother. It's so hard to hate them when the audience has literally grown up with them, watched them succeed in skirmishes, and even relished in lovey-dovey feels with them at some point. Annie was everyone's secret crush. Bertholdt was such a reliable friend in the Corps, and Reiner was everyone's big brother. Of course, they had to blend in with the other characters just to earn their trust. But let's not forget that these powerful titans were the very reason our protagonists are always doing their best. Maybe that way they're actually helping the protags? And what about the Marleyans being brainwashed that Paradis is the enemy? This anime I don't know what's real anymore. Spoiler alert, there are still more surprising, no, shocking things in store for AOT anime fans. And there you have it. Antagonists that have captured our hearts, squeezed out our tears, and ravaged our hatred for them. Have we covered them all? Tell us who you think should be on the list. Don't miss out on more geek content from Geek Plus Pop. Hit subscribe and the bell icon. Like this vid and share to your anime friends. Until next vid, o tanoshimi ni!